everybody from wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in Asia, in America, in Africa, wherever it is that you are in the world, South America, wherever you are, greetings. I hope that indeed you've been well since we last spoke. Happy New Year. We are now in 2022, and this is the first session that we are having on this Inspiration Week in this January of 2022. And my prayer is that this year will deliver dominion. Our theme for 2022 is dominion, and I pray that as we move week after week on our inspiration sessions, that you will indeed go forth to manifest dominion in every area of your calling. This first 4 weeks of January, we'll be discussing how we need to prepare for dominion. We'll be having inspiration sessions just to prepare to take dominion. Isn't that exciting? Preparing to take dominion. And we want to look at taking a position of rest and refreshing and renewal as we enter to dominate. We're going to be looking at 4 areas in this 4 weeks of inspiration in January. And these 4 areas will be looking at areas of rest, refreshing, and renewal in our hearts, in our minds, in our spirits, in our bodies. Today's session, we're going to be looking at renewal and refreshing of the heart. And how exciting it is to begin with that. Because you see, the heart is really a central and sensitive organ in our bodies. Biologically, the heart is the most delicate organ and sensitive and very critical as well in terms of function. When you look at life, you look at state of life, you look at when doctors announce, people to be dead, it is when the heart has stopped pumping, when there's no pulse anymore. When you're looking at the function of the heart on the physical and biological level, you're looking at the heart pumping blood to all parts of our bodies. And the blood carries oxygen, it transports food. It really is the channel through which we engage, and get life and also excrete toxins, okay? Right? So it's a very critical function of the body biologically. Spiritually also, the heart is extremely critical. In fact, even before I go on to the spiritual realm, let's look at our emotions. Do you realize that your emotions are really carried in your heart? I know our emotions, our will, and everything is a function of our soul and mind and all that. But when you look at your heart, how we feel, people feel in their hearts. They say they have a kind heart. The feelings that we exude, that we project, they come out of our hearts. Out of the fullness of our hearts, a lot of things spread out, okay? And so when you're looking at it spiritually as well, you look at Matthew chapter 12, verse 34. Jesus is speaking to the Pharisees, and he says, brood of vipers. And that's a story for another day why he calls them vipers. But he says, how can you, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Okay? So let's look at how things are flowing spiritually and physically. Because our actions, our speech, the things that we do are physical, right? Some, of course, are silent and they're spiritual, but a lot of the actions, the things that we say, the decisions that we take are physical, okay? But out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. In the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 45, it says, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart brings forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Same thing. So it's sort of looking at the seed, the heart being sort of like the seed. The kind of seed that goes on the ground will produce the kind of fruit that's after that seed, okay? The fruit that is produced after the likeness of the seed that it carries, right? So if you're carrying evil, you can only produce evil. If you're carrying good inside of you, good treasure, you can only produce good. So the matters of the heart are extremely critical. So what is your mouth speaking? What emotions are driving your thoughts and decisions? And this is critical as we begin our year this year. We're entering a season of dominion, and we are doing a 21-day of prayers for preparation, but also we're looking at our inspiration weeks, the 4 weeks, talking about renewal, refreshing, okay, of 4 areas. Today we're speaking about the heart. We need to renew our hearts so that we are in a position to receive optimal, maximum yield of this season of dominion. If we are carrying a lot of pain, because our hearts carry pain out of some experiences. Some hearts carry joy out of experiences. Some hearts carry disappointment. They carry discouragement. They carry all sorts of things, hurts. Hurting people hurt others. So out of the fullness of your hurting heart, the fruit of hurting others comes out, right? Out of the fullness of joy and peace in your heart, kindness and love and kindness and joy and laughter comes out, right? Out of the fullness of bitterness, guess what? Bitter fruits and bitter seeds come out. So what is driving your emotions? Let's be very honest, because we have entered a whole new season. This is a season of abundance. This is a season of dominion. This is a season of elevation. When we are moving into a position of dominion, how are we entering into that position? Because you see, there's going to be levels, there's going to be new things we have to do, new relationships we have to build, new engagements we have to go into, new things that we have to do, new businesses that we'll have to expand, new ideas, okay, new opportunities. What is the state of our heart as we move into those spaces? How are we connecting with people? Are we going to be biting the heads of people? Are we going to be carrying a negative attitude because of the negative experiences that have shaped how we feel, which is determining how we are thinking and the decisions that we are making? Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm looking forward to dominion in all the dimensions of my life. It means intellectually, strategically, spiritually, physically, in my body, in my health, in my marriage, in my relationships, with my family, with my children, in all dimensions. So look at the state of your heart when you look at those different dimensions. Financially. Because you can have a heart relationship with your finances. You can have disappointments, hardship in finances and everything. That when there's opportunities that are coming before you, you already even have an expectation of ill. It activates a bad feeling inside of you. Your heart is pained from the painful experiences perhaps you have encountered as a result of lack of money or struggles with money or whatever. Can you find healing in that dimension so that you have a healthy outlook, healthy thoughts, healthy speech towards money, towards relationships, towards any dimension of your life that you're looking forward to enter into dominion? A number of us all over the world will be meeting new people, new divine connections, new relationships, others getting into engagements and marriages. What is shaping how you're showing up in this dimension of relationships? What's in your heart? Past disappointments, discouragements, and past experiences that is still having residue of pain, of bitterness, of disappointment, of lack of trust, and many other things that will hinder you from flowing into the fullness of the dimension of dominion in that area. Today, I want you to be honest with yourself. Begin to interrogate the state of your heart. Begin to let go of things that are not healthy, that will limit and that will put a cap on the experiences that you can have with new people, with new partners. You could even have an organization and you've been disappointed year after year after year from, you will call them fake relationships, partners that didn't come forth, stakeholders that didn't deliver, sponsors that didn't pull through, whatever the case. Untie your heart from the pain and the disappointments that were connected to those. Heal from that. Forgive. Let it go. Release your heart from those pains and disappointments and then show up in this beginning part of this year, okay, with a clean heart, a heart that's pure of good intention, a heart that's expectant, a heart that's desiring only good things, okay, so that you can then manifest the fullness of dominion in every area, okay? So I would love you, as you begin this week, to think about the areas that you need to heal, things you need to let go of as far as the way you feel, emotions that have disappointed you, hurt you, things that are causing anything. Have you seen when people are angry, they even feel a welling in their heart? You even feel it physically there, you know? It shows you that that thing has weight. It's taking a space. It's occupying space in your heart. You need to remove that. Let it go. If it's to do with people who've done things to you, forgive and let go. Forgiving is not accepting, the state or the issue or the bad thing that happened. Forgiving is untying yourself from those negative emotions that are connected to that thing that happened or didn't happen. Okay? So let it go. All right? Let it go. Untie yourself from those negative emotions. Heal and renew your heart. Renew your heart. Because out of the fullness of this heart, the mouth speaks. And the mouth speaks based on the things that are going on in the mind, the thoughts that are happening, the decisions that are being made or shaped. Then the mouth speaks. So I pray that as you show up in the areas of relationship, in the areas of work, of assignment, of ministry, of strategy, of whatever dimension of your life, show up in a space of a pure heart, a clean heart, a heart that is vibrant, that's full of peace and of joy, so that out of the fullness of good, let the fruit of good be seen. I'll leave you with Psalm 51:10. It says, create in me a clean heart, O God. A clean heart, a pure heart. Pure, it's clean. The motives is pure. And you know what? By the way, pure things, clean things are light. Very light. The burden that you have here is light. When you forgive, you let go of all this negativity, all this evil, you find you become so much lighter, and you're in a position of receiving and manifesting abundance and moving into dominion. So it says, create in me a clean heart, a pure heart, O God, and renew a right spirit. Some versions say a steadfast spirit within me. Steadfast, a right spirit is a consistent spirit, reliable, firm, resolute. So you don't need to be, shaking, unstable, because the emotions can cause you to be erratic. Negative emotions, heart, pain, all these things can cause you to be erratic and unstable in your ways. So as you move forward into this week, my prayer and wishes for you is that you move forth light, that your heart is expectant, it's ready, it's pure, it's light, it's clean, and that out of the goodness of your heart, only good shall manifest, and we all enter and manifest dominion in this season. Bless you.